Hi, I'm Pete from Digital Surfer. This video is appropriately titled, Can you get a Rolls Royce on a Kia budget? The reality is probably not. The same thing applies to SEO. So let's talk about the cost of SEO and how to ensure you're getting what you're actually paying for. So the cost of SEO services can range enormously. It could be as little as a couple of $100 a month, and it could go up to $10,000 a month. And that's okay, as long as you're getting work completed for you that is the equivalent, if not better, than what you've paid for, then it's a fair price. So quite often I get asked, why are you more expensive than someone else? Or so-and-so said they do this for X amount of dollars, will you do it for X amount of dollars? So what I'd like to point out to you here is, are you comparing apples with apples? I'll assume that the majority of you are going to understand what I mean when I say that. However, look, there might be one or two, so look, let's just touch on that. If you've got a quote from agency A and they're telling you that their fee is $1,000 per month, and then you've got a quote from agency B and they're telling you that their fee is $1,500 per month, then clearly there's a difference of $500 per month. That's okay. You are going to get an enormous variance in price, as I've already said. What I want you to look at is what's included by each agency on a monthly basis. So therefore you can make an informed decision about whether or not for your $1,000 or for your $1,500, you're actually getting value for money. You may well find that the agency who's charging more, they're giving you substantially more. So you may well have to pay the extra $500 per month. However, it's going to be in your best interest to do so because you're going to get significantly more. So if an agency says to you, yeah, here's my monthly fee, it's X, make sure you qualify that by saying to them, what do I get for that fee? Okay, so the next point I'd like to bring to your attention is the topic of outsourcing. I'm not going to make a comment on whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, but what I want to point out to you is that it's just a question you need to ask the agency. So if they do outsource, that's fine. But as long as you know and you're aware of it and you're happy, because that may well be a contributing factor in their price. Flowing on from the topic of outsourcing, something that we need to consider as well is the purchasing of backlinks. Every SEO campaign is going to involve backlinks. What you need to be aware of is the quality of those backlinks and who's doing that work for you. The reason you need to be aware who's doing that for you is if it's outsourced, the team doing it outside of Australia may not understand your business simply because they don't understand the geography of this country. What will happen then is they are likely to be purchasing backlinks that are irrelevant, possibly cheap as well. Cheap backlinks are not necessarily better. This is a topic I could talk about at length and I simply don't have the time right now. Love to chat to you about it at a later time, but it just can't be covered inside the parameters of which I have for this video. Ask your SEO provider if your campaign is going to be unique to your business. So the easiest way for me to explain this to you is to make an example from the current clientele of my business, Digital Surfer. We are based on the Gold Coast, as you are aware. We have a client who's an arborist, and they're based on the Gold Coast. We also have a client who is an arborist that is based on the Sunshine Coast. Now, whilst we know the arborist space simply because our Gold Coast-based client's been with us for about 18 months now, the strategy that we've developed for that Gold Coast-based business is not necessarily going to be the strategy that's going to make our Sunshine Coast arborist client successful. So be aware that you may get sucked in by an agency saying to you, yes, we know your space. They may well know the space, but that doesn't necessarily mean or guarantee they're going to be able to get you a result because of the different dynamic and the geography of their two different clients in the same space. What I'd like to do now is just conclude by asking yourself this question. What's the cost to your business of not generating new leads each month? If you'd like some help with your SEO, reach out to us at Digital Surfer. I'd love to have a chat.